Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you've been following me for a while, I've been obsessed with strange, forgotten, and totally mind-blowing places on Earth. I've done videos on abandoned cities, haunted hotels, and even villages where people still live like it's the Middle Ages. But today we're going big, really big, because we're diving into the 15 strangest islands on the planet. And trust me, these are not your regular tropical getaways with cocktails and palm trees. Nope. These are the kind of islands that make you go, wait, how is this even real? I'm talking cursed lands, islands full of snakes, places where nobody is allowed to step foot, and even spots that seem like they belong in another dimension. And the craziest part, most of these places are 100% real and still exist today. So grab your coffee, or maybe something. Island number 1, North Sentinel Island, India. Let's start with the most infamous one, North Sentinel Island. You've probably heard whispers about it. It's that island in the Bay of Bengal where outsiders are strictly forbidden. And not just forbidden because of government rules. The Sentinelese tribe who live there have completely rejected contact with the outside world for thousands of years. Picture this, a beautiful, untouched island with white sandy beaches and turquoise water. It looks like a paradise on Google Earth, but if you try to step foot there, the locals will come out with bows and arrows. No joke. The Indian government has declared it completely off limits. Ships can't come within 5 kilometers. Drones can't fly over. The tribe is so isolated that they have no immunity to modern diseases, and any contact could wipe them out. So to protect them, and to protect us, nobody is allowed near. And yet, people still try. The last time someone trespassed, it ended in tragedy. A few years back, an outsider attempted to visit and was immediately killed. So imagine going on vacation and realizing the welcome party is holding spears. That's island number 1 for you. Island number 2, Miyakojima, Japan. Now let's head over to Japan for something that feels like a dystopian sci-fi movie. Miyakojima is part of the Izu Islands, and at first glance it looks like a gorgeous volcanic paradise with mountains and hot springs. But here's the twist, the island is literally covered in toxic gas. Back in the year 2000, Mount Oyama erupted, and the island was evacuated for years because the air was filled with poisonous sulfur dioxide. When residents were finally allowed to come back, there was one condition: everyone must carry a gas mask at all times. Yes, you heard that right. Imagine going grocery shopping, going on a date, or walking your dog, and everyone around you has a gas mask strapped to their face. That's the reality of Miyakojima, even today. Visitors are often advised to keep masks handy, because the gases still leak from the volcano. It's like living inside a warning label. And the wildest part, people actually choose to live there. There are schools, shops, even bars. Imagine sipping sake while wearing a gas mask. Cheers to that. Island number 3, Snake Island, Ilha da Queimada Grande, Brazil. This one is straight out of nightmares. Welcome to Snake Island, just off the coast of Brazil. Now, when I say Snake Island, you might picture a few snakes slithering around in the bushes. Cute little garden snakes, maybe. Nope. Try this instead. The island is home to anywhere between 2,000 to 4,000 venomous snakes. And not just any snakes. The golden lancehead viper, one of the deadliest snakes in the world. Its venom can melt human flesh. Lovely place for a picnic, right? In fact, it's so dangerous that the Brazilian government has made it illegal for anyone to set foot there without permission. Only researchers with special clearance are allowed, and even they don't stick around for long. Local legends say that the snakes multiplied after pirates abandoned them there to protect hidden treasure. Whether or not that's true, the fact remains, this is one island where you definitely don't want to lose your flock. Island number 4, Socotra, Yemen. Now let's switch gears and talk about one of the strangest looking islands on Earth. If Snake Island is a nightmare, Socotra is a dream, or maybe an alien planet. Socotra belongs to Yemen, but it feels like it belongs to another galaxy. The island is famous for its otherworldly trees, the dragon's blood tree, which has a red sap that looks like it's bleeding, and the desert rose, which grows like something out of a Dr. Seuss book. Walking on Socotra feels like you've stepped into a sci-fi movie set. Weird rock formations, alien-looking plants, landscapes you can't find anywhere else. NASA has even studied it because it's so unique. And the cool thing, unlike many of the other islands on this list, Socotra is actually inhabited, and you can visit it though it's not easy. Adventurers and photographers who've been there say it's like nowhere else on Earth. Basically, if you want to feel like you're on Mars but without leaving Earth, Socotra's your spot. Island number 5, Hashima Island, Japan. Let's wrap up part 1 with one of the creepiest abandoned places in the world, Hashima Island, also known as Battleship Island. Off the coast of Nagasaki, this tiny island was once a booming coal mining facility. At its peak in the mid-1900s, thousands of workers lived there in tightly packed apartment blocks. It had schools, shops, even a movie theater. It was like a mini-city on the sea. But when the coal industry collapsed, everyone left. Today, the island is completely abandoned. The concrete buildings are crumbling, the windows are shattered, and the whole place looks like a ghost city frozen in time. If it looks familiar, that's because it was featured in the James Bond movie Skyfall as the villain's hideout. And honestly, it's the perfect setting for a supervillain. Walking through the ruins feels like entering a post-apocalyptic world. Tourists can visit on guided tour, but only in restricted areas because many of the buildings are too dangerous. Imagine wandering through empty schools where children's desks are still there, covered in dust, while the ocean pounds against the seawalls. Chills. Absolute chills. And that's our first 5 islands out of 15. Already we've had forbidden tribes, gas masks, killer snakes, alien trees, and ghost cities. And trust me, the next batch gets even weirder. So you thought North Sentinel, Snake Island, and Battleship Island were wild. Trust me, we're just getting warmed up. Because the next set of islands are not just strange, they're the kind of places that make you question reality itself. Some are creepy, some are magical, and some feel like they're straight out of horror movies. Buckle up, because here comes round 2. Island number 6, Poveglia, Italy. Yes, let's start with something properly terrifying. Welcome to Poveglia Island, just off the coast of Venice, Italy. On the surface, it looks like a quiet little patch of land with ruins, trees, and calm waters around it. But in reality, it's considered one of the most haunted places on Earth. Here's why. During the plague in the 16th century, the island was used as a quarantine zone. Thousands of sick people were sent there to die. Later, in the 1800s, it was turned into a mental hospital. And of course, because horror loves to pile on horror, there are stories of cruel doctors performing twisted experiments on patients. Today, the buildings are abandoned and crumbling. Locals swear they hear screams and see shadows. Fishermen avoid sailing near it because they believe the island is cursed. And get this, the soil of Poveglia is literally mixed with human ash. Not exactly your dream vacation spot. Island number 7, Sable Island, Canada. Now let's jump from horror to something magical. Off the coast of Nova Scotia in Canada lies Sable Island, a thin crescent of sand in the middle of the Atlantic. What makes it so strange? It's home to wild horses, hundreds of them. Nobody really knows how they got there. Some say they were abandoned by settlers, others claim shipwrecks brought them. But today, they run free across the dunes like something out of a fairy tale. Sable Island is also nicknamed the graveyard of the Atlantic because its shifting sands and fog have caused over 300 shipwrecks. The coastline is dotted with them. Remains of old ships, half buried in the sand. So imagine this scene, mist rolling in, wild horses galloping across the beach, and the skeleton of a shipwreck behind them. It's beautiful, eerie, and unforgettable all at once. Island number 8, Okunoshima, Japan, aka Rabbit Island. From haunted plague pits and ghost ships, let's go fluffy and cute for a second. Meet Okunoshima, better known as Rabbit Island. Located in Japan, this island is literally crawling with rabbits. And when I say crawling, I mean hundreds, maybe thousands. They run up to visitors, hop into your lap, and follow you around. Like you're Snow White. For animal lovers, it's heaven. But here's the creepy backstory. During World War II, the island was used as a secret base for producing chemical weapons. The factory was later shut down, but the rabbits, believed to be descendants of test animals, took over. So it's adorable, but also unsettling when you think about the history. It's like hugging a bunny in the middle of a dark chapter of human history. Island number 9, Isla de las Muñecas, Mexico, aka the Island of the Dolls. Alright, enough cuteness. let's go full nightmare fuel. Again, near Mexico City, deep in the canals of Xochimilco, lies the infamous Island of the Dolls. And yes, it's exactly what it sounds like. Picture hundreds of dolls hanging from trees, nailed to walls, tied to branches. Their eyes are missing, their faces are cracked, some are covered in dirt and spiders. Legend says that the island's caretaker once found the body of a drowned little girl. Shortly after, he found a doll floating nearby, which he hung in a tree as a sign of respect. But he believed the girl's spirit haunted the island, so he kept adding more dolls to appease her. For decades, he filled the place with them. Today, visitors claim the dolls whisper, move their heads, or even open their eyes. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, just being surrounded by hundreds of staring dolls in the middle of a swamp is enough to give anyone goosebumps. Island number 10, Eigg, Scotland. Let's end part 2 with something strange but also inspiring. Eigg is a small island in the Scottish Hebrides. For years, it was owned by private landlords who mistreated the residents. People lived in poverty, had little control, and many left. But then something incredible happened. In 1997, the community banded together, raised funds, and bought the island themselves. Today, Eigg is one of the first places in the world to run almost entirely on renewable energy, solar, wind, and hydro. It's a story of resilience and independence. From being oppressed tenants to proud owners of their land, the people of Eigg turned their island into a model of sustainability. So while it may not have snakes or ghosts, it's strange in its own way. A tiny island community leading the world in green energy. Alright guys, we've made it to the final chapter. So far we've visited haunted plague pits in Italy, snake-infested death traps in Brazil, rabbit-covered cuteness in Japan, and even a community-owned island in Scotland. But now we're heading into the truly bizarre. These last 5 are the kind of islands that make you question whether the earth is trolling us. Ready? Let's go. Island number 11, Izuoshima, Japan, aka the Suicide Island. This one is dark, very dark. Izuoshima, a volcanic island near Tokyo, is known for its stunning landscapes and hot springs. But what really put it on the map is something tragic. The island became infamous as a destination for people who chose to end their lives. The forests and cliffs of Izuoshima drew comparisons to Japan's Aokigahara, the suicide forest. Over the years, countless cases were reported of people traveling there with no intention of returning. The island now carries an eerie reputation. Tourists can still visit, but locals say there's a heaviness in the air, a silence that feels different from anywhere else. It's beautiful, yes, but also deeply unsettling. Island number 12, Onkajima's twin, Ross Island, India. Remember Battleship Island in Japan? Well, India has its own creepy twin, Ross Island, part of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Back in the British colonial days, Ross Island was known as the Paris of the East. It had luxurious homes, churches, swimming pools, and clubs for officers. It was glamorous, thriving, and full of life. But after an earthquake and the Japanese invasion during World War II, it was abandoned. Now, nature has taken over. Massive tree roots crawl over crumbling walls, vines swallow buildings, and deer wander freely through what used to be ballrooms. It's like the set of an apocalyptic video game, place where history, beauty, and eeriness collide. Island number 13, Floating Islands of Lake Titicaca, Peru, Bolivia. Now for something completely different. Welcome to the Uros Floating Islands, built by hand on Lake Titicaca, high in the Andes. Yes, you heard that right. These are man-made islands, floating on reeds. The Uros people have lived on these islands for centuries. They cut reeds from the lake, layer them together, and create platforms strong enough to hold houses, kitchens, and entire families. When the reeds at the bottom rot, they just add more on top. Walking on the islands feels like stepping on a giant sponge. You can actually feel the ground moving beneath your feet. It's one of the strangest, most unique ways of life in the world, and proof of how humans adapt to survive in extreme conditions. Island number 14, the island made of shell's bone, Senegal. This one sounds like a fantasy, but it's real. An island made almost entirely of seashells. In Senegal, West Africa, lies Fadiath Island, sometimes called Bone. For generations, locals dumped seashells in one place, so many that they built an entire island out of them. Today, the ground crunches under your feet as you walk, because it's all shells. The houses are built on shells, the streets are made of shells, even the cemetery is layered with them. It's one of the few places in the world where the earth itself feels alive with history, because every shell represents centuries of tradition, and when the sun sets, the whole island glows white, it's sparkling. Island number 15. Bermea, the island that disappeared, Mexico, and finally, the strangest of them all, meet Bermea, an island that doesn't exist anymore, or maybe never did. For centuries, maps of the Gulf of Mexico showed Bermea as a small island off the coast of the Yucatan. Sailors swore it was real. Official records placed it there. Even government documents mentioned it. But here's the twist: when modern surveys went looking for it, the island was gone, vanished. Some say it sank due to rising seas. Others believe it was eroded by storms. And then there are conspiracy theories that Bermea was deliberately erased or even bombed out of existence because of war rights in the Gulf. Whatever the truth is, the island's disappearance remains one of the great maritime mysteries. An island that once existed and then didn't. So there you have it, 15 of the strangest islands on the planet. We've seen islands where you need gas masks to breathe, where rabbits rule the land, where dolls dangle from trees, and where wild horses run across shipwrecked beaches. We've traveled to haunted plague pits, alien-looking landscapes, and even an island that straight up disappeared. And that's what I love most about this world. It's still full of mystery. No matter how much we think we've explored everything, there are still places out there that defy explanation, places that remind us how weird, beautiful, and sometimes terrifying our planet can be. So tell me in the comments, which of these islands blew your mind the most? Would you dare visit Snake Island, or maybe camp on Socotra, or would you rather stay as far away as possible? Thanks for joining me on this crazy ride. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon, because next time, we're going even deeper into the hidden corners of the earth. See you soon, adventurers.